So I have my very good friend Bright coming on today, coming live with me. He is a person that I've known for a long time, and we used to go to the same gym back in the day. He has now made the transition from corporate to coach, as you may have told by the poster I made. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about going from corporate to coach. Going to talk to him a little bit about what he's doing as a coach. Just kind of get the whole picture of what his day is like now, because it's going to be obviously really different to how it used to be. He used to wear a suit every day. Now he wears tie shorts every day, things like that. So he has joined. So he just needs to request anytime you like, Bright. Standard, just, rolling in casually at the last minute. It's all good, man. It's all good. If you know Bright, then you'll know that is just standard Bright's life. He's always in a meeting. Always in a meeting. We're going to talk about that. He's there. He is.
All
Hello,
right,
hello,
Helen.
hello.
How
How's
are
it
you?
going?
Not bad, you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good.
Good. What's happening?
So I was just giving a little intro, telling people that you've gone from corporate to coach.
Yep.
Um, Anything you want to add to that? You want to talk about sort of like what your job title is now?
Oh, wow. Right. Okay. So, yeah. So, if whoever knows me, I used to do recruitment, and I did that for many years. And then,
We'll deep dive into it in a minute, but just give us an outline kind of thing.
all right. So basically, now I own two companies, which one is sort of like in the recruitment kind of world, and the other one is a full time sort of like Thai boxing coach, stroke kickboxing, stroke sparring partner, stroke rolling around on the floor and getting the white and square. That's me.
Standard. It's like
Yeah,
pretty much, that's pretty much,
that's,
that's
that's
just
pretty much
life,
my
right?
yeah. That's pretty much me now. Yeah,
So when I first met you, like in the old days, Urban Kings, you used to
yeah.
come to the gym in a suit and you'd be always like, I'm in a meeting, I'm in a meeting. And for the whole of your workout, you'd just be like, I'm in a meeting, I'm in a meeting.
Yeah.
And I just want you to explain to us what your day was like then. Like, how was your schedule? What did you used to have to do every day to be you?
Okay, so yeah, recruitment. Whoever knows it, I was a 360 recruiter, so it was pretty much full on. So for me to break it up, I had to come to Urban Kings, but then I can't tell my clients or my candidates I'm going to Urban Kings to have some
Going
sort
to the
of
gym later.
yeah, can't say I can't drop everything. Do you know what I mean? Because there is no sort of like breaks in that. So anytime that you used to actually did see me, used to say I'm in the gym. Sorry, I'm in a
I'm in a
meeting.
meeting.
I'm in a
I'm in a
meeting.
meeting.
And a couple of candidates were like, "What's that noise in the background?" Someone will be smashing pads or
Hitting the bag or
some.
something,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, I'm in a meeting.
I
It's just going really badly.
yeah. It's all gonna bit tits up, but yeah, 9 times out of 10, that's pretty much. I had to come now just to sort of like be grounded again and get refocused because yeah, it's kind of a stressful job, recruitment. I did it for 15 years, so I pretty
15
much had
years, man.
yeah,
Do you look
yeah.
old enough?
Ah, cheers, Helen.
I know. I got
I'll
you.
pay you after the interview. Yes,
Yeah, pay me later. Yeah, cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, got
But
it.
like, so what I'm kind of trying to get to is like, you were getting up at what time in the morning? You were traveling how long to get to work? Like,
hmm
what was that kind of like?
Full on because worked in North London and
Hmm.
living in South London.
Yeah.
Being a commuter, my train journey pretty much was an hour door to door. But it is literally when I mean door to door, excuse the pun, but I used to be pressed up against the door because the train was super packed all
Oh,
the
yeah,
time.
in the train. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what, at home? Like, is this like
yeah,
how you live? Like, I mean, I'm not here to judge, but
yeah. But yeah,
like, whatever makes you happy, bro.
yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah,
Cool, man.
I was always crammed up. Um, yeah, just crammed up, and it was just a horrible journey. So if you can hear that clacking in the background, That's my mum just sorting out the washing. Can you hear it clattering?
Oh,
And
is
there's my
your
mum.
mum doing your washing? Is your mum doing your washing?
No, no, I'm in my mum's house.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so quite,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so
Yes, I
yeah,
believe you.
you believe me, but no, my mum's not doing my washing. She would never do that. So
Good.
but yeah, it was just chaotic, you know. And then yeah, getting to work and it'd be chaotic. You know, and even prior to that, I'll be taking my kids to school, so that was a bit of a, I'm a full-on dad as well. Do you know what I mean? I love the dad thing. You know, as much as they drive me mad, I'm like, you know, put your shoes on, do this, do that, do this. You know, it's very very busy, and you know, I live a busy life, but it's kind of structured, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
you know, I'd get up at 6 and I probably won't now, you know, flake out till probably about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. But, you know, my days, you know, I will always make every day productive, if that
Yeah,
makes
yeah, for
sense.
sure.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And now that you're working in the gym, like predominantly working in the gym, how
hmm
is your day structured differently?
Well, how's it structured differently? I'm pretty much my own boss now, so I don't
Mhm.
have to roll in at certain times and roll out at certain times. So I'm more again with taking the kids to school. That hasn't changed, which I love, and I can, you know, my clients, I can work around. Sorry, my clients will work around me, so
Yep.
I can, you know, I can walk into, you know, if they say, "Bright, I want a PT at this time," or we need something covered at the gym at that time, then you know, I can say, "Yeah, I can do it," or "No, I won't do it," because I've always gone 100 miles an hour in my previous roles. You know,
Mm,
now I can sort of like steadily go through the paces, which is quite nice and comfortable. You know, my brain's not so exhausted, and neither is my body, so it's quite
yeah.
nice. I can
Big,
structure
big.
it. Yeah, massive
Yeah,
difference. As much
yeah.
as you know, holding pads all day is quite full on, but
It's exhausting.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But you know what I mean, Helen. You
But
know,
in a
you're always
different
around.
way. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
very different I think I've almost gone in the opposite direction. I was very physical, holding pads all day, and now I'm sitting behind a computer for the majority of my day, whether I'm
hmm
studying or, you know, writing training programs for people or answering
Yeah.
emails or whatever. And it's like it's exhausting in such a different way.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm actually talking about things I really love and really care about, so I don't really
Absolutely.
mind being in front of a computer most of the day.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still a very different kind of exhaustion. It's that mental and physical exhaustion, and you
Yeah.
know, holding pads all day is exhausting.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm.
fun, don't get me
It's fun.
wrong,
I love it.
but it's
Yeah.
also exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but what made you sort of make that leap in the first place? Like you've been doing the same, like basically the same, not same necessarily same job, but you've been in the same genre of work for
Mm, mm,
15 years
mm.
and you took the leap and now you're working for yourself. What made you take that leap?
Look, I left a job that was paying a good salary, but was my
That's what
brain
I
in
mean.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was my mind in it? Not really. Because all I, you
Okay.
know, I'm not going to lie. You know, if my ex employers are watching it now, you know, I was pretty much on YouTube and watching one championship, or I'm watching, you know, I'm watching
Yeah.
Yockow in Bolton and all that kind of stuff. So, uh, you know, as much as I was getting paid, my mind just wasn't in it. So,
Yep.
you know, I sat down. I really thought to myself, do I really want to be doing this? Not really. I want to do the stuff that I love, and that
Yeah.
is, you know, being in the fight arena. You know, not you know, being a competitor. You know, not being a competitor, but now
Being
just stepping out
sure.
of it
Yeah.
and you know, just passing on my knowledge and enjoying it more, and enjoying
Mm.
my job, because now I'm enjoying my job.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people can say that now,
Mm. Yeah.
or in the
Exactly.
past
Especially at the
say,
moment.
yeah, yeah, you know, a lot of people get, oh, I've got to go and work now. Whereas I get up and go, I can't work. I'm
Yes.
buzzing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
buzzing now to go to work, you know?
Yeah.
So I quite
Yeah.
like that.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And what's your like favorite type of person to work with?
Do you know what? In the actual gym itself, yeah?
Yeah, or like I
Yeah.
mean, you can say a type of person like, you know, male, female, children,
Yeah.
adult, or you can say anyone that wants to put the work in, or you can give me any
Yeah.
answer. Give me any answer.
I've got a range of clients, and this one particular kid just now I've just worked with. his name. Am I allowed to say his name? Am I all
If
right?
you want.
Yeah, all
You
right.
say
His
his
name's
first name, don't say his
yeah,
surname.
yeah. Okay, so his name's James. He's 13-year-old kid, and he's got a kung fu background, and he's just his work ethic is through the roof, and he is politest kid on the planet. You know, I say to him, "Are you?" You know, I put him through his drills, and I'm like, "James, you right?" And he'll just go to me, you know, it's just
Oh,
yeah, he's just the nicest kid, you know.
yeah.
You know, and I've got some hard hitters out there who are a pleasure to work with who just want to, you know, they come
Smash.
in and they just focused on it. Do you know what I mean? And they just they want to smash, and I'm like, it's going to be one of those kind of sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and
oh, those are the sessions where you come away with your arms like vibrating still about an
yeah,
hour later. You're just
yeah,
like, yeah, I've totally got the feeling in my arms.
yeah, yeah. So I've got, you know, they're all different ranges, but you know, I haven't got as a per se you know, a specific
Mm.
genre of person that I'd like to work with. You know, I love all my clients, as
Yeah, of
cheesy as that
course.
may sound, but
No,
you
no,
know,
no, but you have to. I think you
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to, like that. The way I look at it is that if I didn't want to love all my clients, I would go and
mm,
work for a gym. I'd go and work for
there you
someone
go,
else, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's like, as it is, I choose my clients. Basically, if I don't like someone, I just say to them, sorry, this isn't working. Find someone else. And if I
exactly.
like them a little bit, I'll give them a number. And if I don't really like them at all, then I'll just say, yeah, sorry, not working out.
Latest, yeah,
Later.
move on, yeah, and I'm
Luckily,
not,
I don't have to do that very often, but it has
yeah,
been done, and I will
yeah.
do it if I have to.
Yeah, I'm not one of
Um,
these trainers who just holds pads for the sake of holding pads. I need to
yeah,
enjoy it, and I need to see what I'm giving them they're enjoying. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of guys or whatever who just go
People,
through the motions.
humans.
Yeah, yeah, just go through the motions. I ain't going through the motions. You know, I'm
Yeah,
just I'll give it as much. You know, I'll give it as much as I can.
yeah. Which
So
is, what people look for in a coach ultimately.
yeah.
But so
Mm.
it sounds like you prefer one-to-ones, but I was going to ask you if you prefer one-to-ones or groups.
Right. So I've only had a small experience of teaching groups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but now in saying that, I'm now starting my own group sessions, which will be kicking
I
off
saw
at
that.
yeah, which will be kicking off at the end of October.
Okay.
Hopefully, if Boris allows everybody to continue doing what they're doing, we're aiming for the 26th of October.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't plan too far ahead if I was
Yeah.
you. If I'm
Yeah.
if I'm totally honest, I have a feeling that we might be
Don't believe
locked
it.
down
Blah, blah,
further.
blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you. But yeah,
Yeah.
it does look like that might be
It's,
happening.
it's looking a bit grim, isn't it? So,
Well, I've met a lot of people in the last couple. Well, I say met. I've talked to people on Zoom. I haven't met anyone in real life.
I was going to say, yeah.
Now I live on Zoom. That's my job. But I've spoken to quite a few people that are self-isolating, but just because they've been in contact with someone that's been tested positive.
Oh, okay.
So I spoke to a couple of women this morning on different meetings, and there's been like sort of like one or two in every group of people that I've spoken to that
Yeah.
have been like, oh, I'm self-isolating just because, obviously they've been in contact with someone. And it does seem to be like every kind of group that I've been to now has been at least
Mm.
one the people that's
Ah,
self-isolating. So it is definitely kind of spreading down. I know, like, obviously in the north it's a little bit more,
it's a bit
it's
more
spreading
rife,
a
isn't
little
it?
bit quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that down south it is unfortunately starting to spread a little bit more than
It's
it
on its
has
way.
been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does seem that way.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
but
not
I
too
mean, we might be lucky in it, and hopefully it will be local
lockdowns.
lockdowns.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we can't be sure about it. But there's always ways to work around things, like, as I said, Zoom.
Yeah.
My best friend, my only friend.
That's
Zoom
it.
is my only friend.
That's it.
Um,
We'll work it out. We will work it out,
yeah,
you know. You
you'll
know.
definitely do it. But so at the moment, obviously, with the rule of six, are you trying to do like six
Yeah.
people at a time in groups, or
Yeah, yeah.
how's it working?
So
Yeah.
what we're doing, we're doing kids
Mhm.
from the ages of 5 to 11, and
Right.
then we'll do classes for ladies only, and then
Oh,
we're going to do
excellent.
for
I like the style.
adults. Yeah. So we're going to run 4 sessions per week. So we're going to see how that all progresses. It's in a good location of where we are right now
Whereabouts
because
is it?
it's going to be in Chislehurst, which is
Hmm.
South London, if anyone knows,
Okay.
or
South
it's on the
London. That'll
border,
do.
but yeah, so like Kent that way. So radius probably 5 miles. There is no combat sports whatsoever.
Oh wow. So
Up,
where actually is it then?
okay,
What
so sorry.
venue?
Apart, it's gonna be in a like in a hall where
Oh,
it's
okay.
gonna be opposite my children's school, and then
Okay, perfect.
branching off from that, there's another 2 schools. So it's in a great little catchment sort of like area. There is another Thai boxing gym, which
Hmm.
but taking my whole group there, which would defeat the object because we wanted to tailor it like just an after school club kind of thing.
Right. Got you.
Um, yeah, so rather than it's like the kids then got to come in the car, then they all switch off and I don't really want to go anymore, kind of thing. Um, and then for the ladies only, it will be in the afternoon. So maybe when they want to do, that's the only time they can really get away from doing what they're doing. That will be from 1 till 2, and then we'll just do the mixed adults, which will be 7 till 8, which is a decent time for us adults because that's the time we predominantly like to train combats. So yeah, it's looking. The advertising is amazing. I've got a big up, Alex and Frankie and all that for the advertising. Because
Well done,
a
Alex
lot,
and Frankie. I don't know who you are, but well done.
they've made me look
Excellent work.
glamorous.
Are they the people that have made your posters?
Oh my god, making me look amazing. Like, yeah, that's them. They've
That
uh,
yeah, they have done a really good job. I really like your posters. They're very Instagram savvy, so like they look really good
yeah,
on they
hmm
look really good on Instagram. So
mm,
yeah, I agree. They
yeah,
have been brilliant.
yeah. And I've tried to
Well
take a
done.
little bit of credit because one or two people go, "Oh my god, Brian, you're doing really well here." I'm like, yeah, it's not actually all me though. I can't take all the
Yeah, it's
credit.
not actually me. I'm useless.
Yeah,
It's them.
yeah. The pictures of me and the kids are mine, but the posting's not me. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's hilarious.
But yeah, so
Well,
it's going well.
you,
It's going well.
it's always a team effort though. These things,
100%.
like
Yeah,
there's no way I would be where I was unless I had people in the background working and helping me out.
that's
And
it.
it's you've got to have these people that
Yeah,
are, just
yeah,
even in your corner, just telling you you're doing it right, even just
that's it.
nothing else. It's like just
Yeah,
telling you on the right track. Sometimes
yeah.
especially when you work on your own, you get to that point where you're
hmm
like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Like
Yeah.
seriously.
Well,
Um,
in this sport, you can't work on your own, can you? You've got to work
yeah,
within the team.
you've got
So
to work with other
it's
people, and you've got to
yeah,
have people just in your corner going, "Hey, you're doing really well. It's all good. Just
that's
keep
it.
going."
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it's so important. It is really is. That's actually one of the reasons I started doing this show was because I just
Mm,
wanted to like support people that were A, doing something a bit different, and
yeah.
B, sort of like entrepreneurs, and kind of people that are either just starting out at doing whatever they're doing or
Mm,
start like changing up something. So it's
yeah.
like just kind of a way to get the word out, because obviously I record it and then put it on YouTube, and so you've got that then
Ah,
forever, and go,
perfect.
oh, if someone wants to know a bit about what I'm doing, I can just direct them to the YouTube link, and then they can
Yeah.
just have a watch, and they can
Have a
just
little.
find out. So it's like
Mm,
just makes it a little bit, it's nice to keep like sort of have a takeaway from it almost,
yeah. No, good
um,
stuff.
which is always nice. So you're going to do groups, lots of groups now coming up
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
end of October, and
hmm
that just you teaching that, is it?
Yeah, it would just be me.
Yeah,
And then
great,
obviously when, permitted, we're allowed to put more people, then we'll open up more students to come in, which then I'll have, I'll call upon an assistant to help out basically. My oldest boy, he's already, put his hand up for the job because he's been
God
doing it
bless
for a
him.
while. Yeah, he's like, Dad, can I just do this? He just wants to get paid basically.
Yeah, oh, I get
Um,
that. I get that.
yeah,
Good on it.
yeah.
I like
So
how.
he's put his hand up. So he's been doing it for a while. So You know, I'm not going to say he's solely going to be the person, but you know, it would be something for him
Yeah,
to.
but it would be good for him to get some experience in
Yeah,
coaching as well, especially if he sort of wants to follow in your footsteps as well.
yeah.
You know,
So
and
he's bang on it.
what a great way for kids to earn a little bit of money as well. You
That's
know,
it.
just like
That's it.
helping the family business. You know,
That's it.
keeping, supporting, getting active. You know,
That's
probably
it.
going to help their friends get active. Like that's great.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So
absolutely brilliant.
as hopefully, you know, it's going to go. I know it's going to go in the right direction.
Mm,
You know, and
sounds like
then from that, we're going to try and move into some other, you know, to some other gyms to do some open mat sessions.
nice.
You know, do some sort of like live drills and things like that. You know, with the bags and get them all into the rings and things like that. You know, just really get them a good feel of it. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely, absolutely.
You know, so yeah, it's giving back to the
It's going to
community.
be
So yeah,
it'll be a slow process, I think, with COVID,
yeah,
but
definitely.
I
Hmm.
think it will be worth it obviously it'll be worth it. But
Yeah.
do you feel like COVID's affected it too much, or do you feel like you're pretty much doing what you do anyway?
Nah, well, for the it has, you know, it's slowed down a lot of things because gyms are not as
Mm.
busy. Obviously
Yeah.
now, you know, we're still not really allowed to. We're not allowed to spar.
Mm.
You know, you got to be very careful of how you know you do your pads and got to work down all your equipment and that. So I'm not saying all of
Which,
some
in
of the
fairness, people should have been doing anyway. I'm just putting
yeah.
that out there. Like, who are these people that aren't washing their bloody clothes? Like,
But yeah,
oh,
it's a
I've got to
bit
wash my clothes now. Were you not
yeah.
doing that before? Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, yeah. You probably know from jiu-jitsu days, right? Where people
Yeah,
used to rock up without washing their gis. Like, do
yeah,
you
be
want to
like,
wash your
oh,
gi?
I wore this earlier. Well, why are you wearing it again? Go
Yeah.
home. That's disgusting. Go to the bloody laundrette. What are you turning out with a bloody dirty gear for?
Exactly.
Disgusting.
So yeah,
Um,
so yeah, all that element, you know,
yeah,
we're just being really kind of careful of, you know, how things are, how we're looking at things. You know what I mean? Because you know the one day that thing, you know, somebody catches something or you know, because now it's really highlighted now, right? You
mm,
know, so we just got to be really careful. But you know, it has affected and it slowed down trade and you know, people are still on that sort of like paranoia kind of flex, which I get,
definitely.
you know,
Yeah,
because you know, us as carriers, well, sorry, I say us, sorry, people as carriers could be going back to our family homes or whatever, and you know, but not realizing
well,
it and passing it on, you
and I
know.
think
So,
there's a lot of unknowns as well. So, for example, like if you've had it,
mm,
in theory, you're immune, but
mm,
we don't know how long for. It could be a month, a year, 3 years, 10 years. Who knows?
exactly,
Because it's not been
exactly,
around long enough. And
yeah,
B, if you've had it and you're therefore immune, can you still carry it?
yeah,
That's not answered yet at the moment because nobody knows the answer. And
very
it just,
nice.
who knew? And it's like you're like, oh well, I've had it, so it's fine. I can't be, but it's like, well, it's not about you though. It's about
Yeah,
everyone else around you, and
it's everybody else. You got to be, it's
you just don't know, and you just don't want to put anyone else in that
no,
position. Like you've got your mum and your dad as well, right?
yeah.
I saw him boxing on your
Yeah,
Instagram.
he
I thought
loves
that
it.
was amazing. I was
He
like, that is my favorite post that I've seen.
my
Like, I love it. What a
my old
legend.
man, he loves it. He loves it. Like my dad's 81.
What a ledge.
You know, and you know he's not very mobile on his feet and all that stuff. But you know, he's got to keep him moving. You know, not just from a physical aspect, it's even from the mental
Mental.
aspect. You know, even if I say double jab cross, you know, he's
He
getting it.
knows it.
You know,
Yeah.
and you know, so that just triggers his mind. You know, and
Yeah.
he feels more a lot. He's still yet to get my mum in it, but she's not having a bar of
You'll
it.
get there. I've got my mum into it.
Oh, have
Yeah, my
you?
mum's well good now. She's like,
Yeah.
she'll be like working out and she'll be like, teep, knee. And I'm like, how is your teep so good? Like, your teep's better than mine. What happened?
That's
How
it.
did I manage to impart this knowledge onto you when I can't even do it that good? Yeah, honestly, she's really good. She does the right hands and everything. She's so good. It's like actually
She's spot
scary.
on. Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she's so good. I'm like,
yeah.
how did that happen?
My mum's not having a bar of it just yet. She's like, no, can't bother, can't bother. But as for my dad, you know, I'd have him on it 3-4 days a week. But you know, I've got to be a bit easy. You know what I mean? So we do like 20 minutes of time.
It's pretty good. That's
It,
pretty
it,
solid.
Yeah, it's
I've
not
never
bad
put
going.
my dad into it. He'd have
Yeah,
told me to piss off.
yeah, yeah. So he loves it though. You know what I mean? And we can, we
Good.
sometimes sit there and watch a couple of UFC fights. Whereas he will go, oh, it's really horrible. It's really horrible. I'll go, jump turn over. He's like, no. you know, I'm like, all right, cool. We'll
It's
go
really
with it
horrible,
then.
but I want to keep watching it.
Yeah. Well,
The
he's
intrigue
really
is
getting.
too much.
Yeah,
I love
he
that.
wasn't.
It's
He wasn't know
hilarious.
he's winning. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's cool.
hilarious. But
It's
it
cool.
is. I actually put a video out yesterday on my Instagram saying, was that yesterday? It might have been this morning actually, or it was either that. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what day it is anymore.
Hmm.
But it's
Thursday.
kind of a bit mental.
Right.
But it was, it
Yeah.
was just like the video is basically just about like keeping moving and like obviously we're potentially going into the second wave. Well, we are going into the second wave.
Yeah.
Where it's autumn now. It's officially autumn. We're going into winter. People
Oh,
generally stop moving as much, and it's the nights are drawing in. You don't really want to go outside. Now it's a bit like, oh, I don't want to go for a run in the evening now because it's
yeah.
dark and it's raining and it's cold and but now is actually the time when it's most important to keep moving.
Yeah.
And even like if you're saying your dad's 81, like, and you're still getting him to like hit pads for 20 minutes, like that is amazing,
Full on.
like, and that's what we need to do, like just to keep people, like it doesn't matter if you, okay, you don't have to go pay for a gym membership if you don't have the money. You don't
No,
have to go and do whatever like it might not be your ideal workout, but if it's something you enjoy, just go and do it and just
just go.
move because you'll
Just
thank yourself for it,
yeah,
you know?
100%. Because like even when we was in lockdown, people was like, "Oh my God, there's
Yeah.
no gyms open." But look how many on like even not even going online to work out, but look how many things that we found in our house to go and work out. I was picking bags of rice up, like my mum has got these big bags up. I was just benching those, and just doing
Yeah.
random stuff, like picking up
Yeah.
all like shopping, shopping and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
you got to improvise. You
Yeah,
don't, like you say,
absolutely.
you don't have to go into an actual active gym to
No,
to get the old body moving. You're right.
not at
You're
all. Even like gardening, I got a right sweat on in lockdown. It
right.
was great. I was
Yeah, it's
like,
good.
I've got like green fingers and everything now. I'm like, I'm well into it. But
Have you
like, my dinner tonight, we had corn that I grew in my garden. Sweet corn.
lovely? Not bad. Not
I
bad.
know, right? It was
Have you
so
still
good.
have you still got your chickens?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, still got
chilling.
them.
Yeah, yeah, they're chilling. They're like, they they actually have their own Instagram account now, which is
Oh my!
called A Chicken Adventure. And then I had an idea
Are you
today.
winding me up?
No, this is absolutely true. A Chicken Adventure. Go follow it later. And then I was like, well, do you know, the most depressing thing about that is that Instagram account is growing quicker than my business account.
That's not good.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I worked really hard on this, and the chickens have got more bloody followers than me.
Yeah.
But in fairness, they're probably more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I had this idea because there's quite a lot of people on my road that have also got chickens, and I was
All
like,
right.
maybe I like take pictures of them, or like get people to send me pictures of their chickens that are on the road, and be like my chickens' neighbours, and like, how
We,
cool
we
would
need
that be?
we need to get you out of lockdown, don't we? Helen, I think me and you do need to have a little sparring match, I think, or a grappling match or something. We need to get you out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll race you up a wall. That I know I can beat you in.
Oh yeah, I've seen you started to do some wall activities, right?
Well, the thing is I can't spar at the moment because of my ankle.
Oh yeah, you broke
I
your ankle,
can't.
didn't
I
you?
can drill, but I've got no one to drill with. But I can't spar yet because of my ankle. So I
Okay.
broke it in July, middle of,
Mm,
well, like 12th of July or something. It's like
mm.
middle to beginning of July. I was in a boot for like 7 weeks, and then I came out of the boot, and I've been just doing some really easy climbs. But I can't, like, it has to be like really slow, and I can't do like bouldering. I have to do top rope where I can just, if I fall, it doesn't matter. I just get lowered down, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
as in, I can't with bouldering. If you slip, you come off. I can't do that at the moment, so I can only do ropes. So,
It just sounds like real hard work.
well, to be fair, like sparring's kind of hard work as well. Do you not think? It's
Yeah,
different. It's
it's
very
different.
different.
It's a different kind of agility, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's very different. We've gone off topic a little bit, I feel. Although I'm quite enjoying it. But oh, you know me, I'll talk about chickens all day. Love them.
Yeah,
They're like my
come.
children, honestly. They're
Yeah,
like my child replacement. Don't have any children of my own, so I just have to replace that with chickens.
You can swap mine if
Um,
you want. Yeah, go on. Go on then. Let's go
uh,
back on topic.
Back on topic,
Yeah.
right? If you could tell your 20-year-old self something, what would you say?
If I what?
If you could tell your 20-year-old self something, so when you were 20, what
Yeah.
would you say to yourself when you were 20? What would you say with the knowledge that you have now? What would you say to yourself when you were 20? What advice would you give yourself?
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I don't know.
Good question, right?
That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't know. Just do what you do. I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. Just do what makes you
Well,
do what
so
makes you
this
happy.
is an interesting one because a lot of people would say to that. So, like for example, I would say to myself, just focus on one thing. Stop flitting around doing like a load of random shit,
Yeah.
and just stick to one thing for more than 5 minutes, and you might actually get some success with it.
Mm.
But what I did was run away from all my problems, so that's why. But at the same time, I got to travel loads.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that I got to travel, but I wish I'd done it for the right reasons. I wish I'd actually gone traveling, not running away. I wish I'd actually just traveled for like to enjoy traveling instead of just
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
run all the time. So what I
Yeah.
would say to myself is do everything, but do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll probably just go with just enjoy what you do. I don't know.
Mm,
It's that sounds like a bit of a cop out, but I'm not very. As long as you're just not getting, as long as you're not in trouble, as long as you're safe, just just do what you do. Just enjoy.
mm.
You just enjoy yourself and enjoy life
All right, then
because
I've got a better question for you then. What advice would
all
you
right,
give your kids?
I would give them the same advice,
Okay,
and
that's good.
that's because I've got a 19-year-old daughter, and I
Yeah.
say to her, she's not, she's not in trouble. She's
Hmm.
not in a non-safe place. She's in a safe place. So and tried to give her some advice of going to do X, Y, and Z, but she's not really taking it upon herself to do that. So
She
enjoy
won't. She's
life.
19.
Exactly, exactly. So enjoy your life
Yeah,
while you can right now, because
yeah,
obviously you can't, because you can't continue doing what you're doing for the rest of your life. So enjoy this now, and then when you become serious, then we can have another chat about it. But yeah, I'm not saying I want my kids to be out there and just running rugged, but I can only give them advice to a certain degree, and then
yeah,
it's then your choices of it's your choice of making the right choice.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, you've kind of got to give people that kind of almost like permission to make their decisions.
yeah,
And I
because
find like, especially in the Western world, it's very much like everything's decided for you.
yeah,
Like for example, when I lived in Thailand, it was very free. It was very, like you could make mistakes and they weren't always, there was some really bad consequences. For
yeah,
example, like people would drink drive a lot. Um, People would die a lot in drink driving accidents, like bike accidents, stuff like that. So yeah, of course there's bad consequences, but it's much
mm,
more like yes, you might make a bad choice, but you are making that choice rather
yeah,
than it being kind of decided for you.
for
Obviously
you.
it's illegal to drink drive there, but there's not as much in the way of
Is it?
being caught.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah,
it
come on.
technically is,
You
but
drive around with
there'd
that.
be in Thailand, it would be worse to say something bad about the king than it would be to drink drive.
Exactly. Yeah, 'cause
So,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if
you
you
know,
was to get caught drink driving, just go, oh, what? There's 100 baht there. What you want that? I'll see you later. But then you're right.
yeah,
If you say something wrong about the king, then
then you're probably
you
going to go
might
to
be
prison.
imprisoned. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See you later.
So, I mean, yeah, there was. I don't understand some of the logic there, but
Yeah.
I think it's very culturally different. But
Mm.
what I mean is that things like, if you're in a tuk-tuk, for example, you're sitting on the back of the tuk-tuk, you're just sitting there. You can sit sort of like facing out the back of it. You're not strapped in or anything. And if you did that in England, you'd be pulled over within seconds. They'd be
Yeah.
going, "What the hell are you doing?"
He's playing it. Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
You're not wearing a seatbelt. Whereas in Thailand, that's just life.
It's just the norm.
That's you going home on a school bus. That's just,
It's just the norm.
I remember when I lived there and I was driving up to I used to ride my bike to work, and I was like riding up to the roundabout, and there was a pickup truck in front of me, and I'm like blah 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 riding along, and then I looked at the pickup truck and I had a double take, and I was like, there's a baby elephant on that pickup truck, and it was just hanging out on the top of the pickup, and I was like, I'd only lived there for about 2 months at that point, so I was still a bit new to these sites, and I was just like, there's a bloody elephant on the pickup truck. What the hell?
It's just the norm.
No one was batting an eyelid. It was just like, yeah, that's how you move elephants.
Yeah, it's just like when you're walking your dog.
What do you want? Like, oh, okay. Good, great, okay, cool. Right, so you're starting your classes at the end of October. How can people get in contact with you if they want to take part?
Okay, so just go onto my page, and
which I'll tag you in.
Yeah, which is the Team Aning-Amoah page, and just send a direct message to me to say, I want to do X, Y, and Z classes. Obviously, there's limited spaces, and we're not just taking. Yeah, so get in quick. And to be fair, I think we've had so much interest already that I think we might be deciding to maybe put on another day.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Which is good. We had a meeting today. We may be putting on another day, but just direct message me, and then we can make it happen.
They've got a website now.
Yeah, the website's it's been done now by Frank.
Brilliant.
Hold on, Frank, pull your finger out, please. Thank you.
Is Frank watching?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Frank is watching. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Good work, Frank. So he's doing the website. So that
website done.
That website will be up and running hopefully by the end of next week. So then we'll have a full catalogue of classes.
Yeah, he is. Excellent. Thank you.
There you go. There he is.
What a ledge. That's brilliant.
We'll have a full catalogue of the timetable,
excellent.
The location. We're even putting a shop on there for merchandise.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we're going all. Yeah, we're going all out.
Going all out.
I did have show it there somewhere. I'll show the t-shirt in a bit. So the merchandise out there for the kids and the adults. That's amazing. We're going hard. We're going hard.
Yeah, proper. Love it.
Yeah, we're going hard. The world. We can. There are big things I can see coming out of this. But we're taking little baby steps, and then we'll get there, because these things you can't just go and buy a massive facility and pack it out.
Yeah, of course.
It's not going to work. So little baby steps. So we're going to get there.
That's always about baby steps. But that is, I really think that's how you get success, is just by creeping up. And people are overnight success. It's like, mate, that's overnight success has taken 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is. It's just like overnight success is not a thing. And even if it is, you don't want it, because the minute you go overnight success, you go overnight unsuccess.
That's it. I know a lot of trainers out there and a lot of gyms who have been in the game for 20, 30 plus years, and they're still at it. And these, you've got trained, these athletes will all been grown through their ranks, and now, are world champions in their own rights, and European champions and things like that. But these guys are true to the game, because again, they have been there from day one, and they've done the baby steps, and they have got to where they are now. They're not but they're recognised, as opposed to having the multiplex gyms. They're recognised within the fight game, and that's where I want to be recognised eventually. You know what I mean? Rather than have this glossy kind of massive looking multiplex gym, and then not knowing who my fighters are. I want my fighters to come to me. You know what I mean?
So are you looking to have people that are going to fight then eventually?
Eventually, yeah. If the students want to, progress,
they want to,
then I can say, let's put you there, but I'll never just put someone there if I don't think they're ready.
Oh
No
yeah, no, of
way.
course, of
No,
course.
no.
But like
Yeah, you know.
it's kind of, I guess, a different type of training for, your happy campers. Average Joe just wants to like
Yeah,
train, burn some energy, or
that's it.
get a bit of aggression out. Or if they
Mm.
actually want to fight, it's a very different type of training.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly. And a lot of people will say, "Yeah, I want to fight. I want to fight." And you know what
yeah,
it's like. We've all been now. Is
yeah,
you'll get to, all right, let's do camp or whatever, and then it will be like 2 weeks, and then they're like, "Oh, I've got a bit of a bellyache." Oh, and then you get to wait, the last week. Not gonna have to pull out.
yeah. I
So,
mean,
you know,
people ask me a lot, or they have asked me a lot in
yeah,
in my coaching career, let's say,
yeah,
should I fight? And I say to them, no, you shouldn't.
good
And
answer.
they say, and if they ask me at least about 15 times, then I'm like, right, you've asked me 15 times, then you might be actually wanting to fight. But if you
Yeah,
don't ask me at least 15 times, then the answer is no,
yeah,
basically. Unless you
yeah,
keep bugging me and keep bugging me and keep bugging me and keep bugging me,
yeah.
then I'll say, okay, maybe, yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's
But
talk about it, yeah,
yeah,
because
but unless you really want it that badly, because fighting is not fun. Like,
it's it, it's
it's,
it's grim.
you know, it's
It's
fucking
not
brutal.
grim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I think my first MMA fight, um, I got demolished. I ain't even gonna
Mm,
lie. I was taking brutal leg kicks without no shin guards. I went straight in first MMA as semi-pro, so no shin guards. Semi-pro gloves, strikes to the ground and pound. It was all in. I was like, all right, okay, great. Knocked him down first round. He come out, gave me one brutal head kick. Next thing I was taking my legs out, and then I think it was the day after. I just sat in my room, and I literally went,
yeah,
I just cried my eyes out. And I thought,
mate, welcome to my
my
fucking
yeah,
world.
I was
Not
like,
that
my
fun.
leg, yeah, I was like, my leg
But do
really
you know, like,
hurts.
it's that thing of like, I had a guy called Louis on the show about 3 weeks ago, and he
Yeah,
competes climbing. And I said to him, why do you, because he competes a lot. And I said to him, why do you compete? Like, why do you love competing so much? And he's like, do you know what? I don't know if I do love it. He's like, I
mm,
just love winning. I don't really like competing. Like
yeah,
I don't really like competing when I lose. And I thought about it and I thought, you know what? You're right. I don't really like competing when I lose either. And I compete all the time. Obviously not at the moment, but like
yeah,
I've
yeah,
competed. I've been a very active competitor in jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and MMA for
yeah, yeah,
the last 9 years.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like even like my first competition was I'd only been training for 2 months. My
Mm,
first MMA fight I'd only been training for 3 months. And I just thought, fuck it, let's do it. Why not?
just do it.
But
Yeah,
but it's like, so I've literally from the word go, I've been an active competitor.
mm,
And and I thought about it after he said that, and I thought, you know what, he's right. I don't
mm,
really like competing when I don't win. It's not that
yeah.
fun.
Nice.
And
It's not
it's like,
nice.
it is not. And you have to be
Yeah,
prepared, like, for that. Obviously, the outcome, especially, say there's like, okay, if there's two people fighting, obviously it's a 50-50 thing. But
mm,
if it's a class, so say there's like a jiu-jitsu competition, there's 15 people in your class, there's
yeah,
one person out of that 15 people that's actually going to win.
yeah.
you know?
So it's a
And
lot of
it's like the
battles right
odds
there.
are so stacked against you, and you just think
Yeah,
like, damn, that's actually really harsh.
it's
And like,
harsh.
even in like a kickboxing tournament or something like that, you've got like, say usually it's 8 guys,
Mm,
only one of them's going to win,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
like, damn, the odds are so stacked against you. And like, I've
yeah,
never thought about it until he said that a couple of weeks ago, and I was like,
yeah,
damn, that's why I get so stressed. Like,
yeah.
oh,
It
okay, yeah, that makes sense actually.
mentally as well, even just leading up to it, like mentally, it
Yeah.
can, if you've gone into like if you've got a fight booked to December, you wake up
Mm.
every day, even though you love the whole training aspects and the eating and the dieting, and if you've got to cut
Yeah.
weight, yeah, that sucks, whatever, all
Yeah,
that kind
but
of stuff.
deal with it.
Um, but just it's the whole pressure on the minds that
Yeah.
can really sort of like get to you. You know what I mean? And then if you start doubting, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing it, and then it's so mixed emotions, it's unreal. But then as soon as you're in there and you're doing your stuff, it's all gone then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well,
And
yeah,
then
when you actually fight, it's great. It's just the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
like 8 week build up that you have to
yeah,
go through. And, like, you know, for MMA, you have to do all the press stuff, and you don't have to do that with Thai boxing, do you? Well,
no, no,
sometimes you do, I suppose. But I've
yeah,
only
depending
fought
on,
Thai in Thailand, and you don't have to
you,
do anything there. You just
don't
rock
you don't
up.
even have to make weight.
No, exactly. You just rock up to the stadium like 10 minutes
Yeah,
before your fight and
yeah.
go, cool.
I'm here. Chunk a
Like
couple of
you're having
beers, and I'm
I,
in.
like, I remember one time I was having my hands wrapped in the back of the pickup truck.
Yeah,
And we like get there, I walk in, and I like literally I didn't even walk into the like weigh-in room, or you know, like
yeah.
the room. I just
Yeah.
walked in the into Bangla Stadium and walked straight into the ring.
As
I
you
was
do.
like, "Oh, I guess that's me then.
That's you done. No tire,
Cool.
oil, straight in.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, here, you need gloves. You need a mouth guard. Yes, I would like a mouth guard, please.
Yeah,
Thank you. Someone's about
that's
to
all right.
elbow me in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Got to love Bangor Stadium. Love it. Yeah,
Oh, it's the best in the world, isn't it? I miss
yeah.
that place.
I've trained out there. Yeah, 5 times. In
Yeah,
fight like 5 years, and there's no other place on the planet that I just love. Their training ethic is
yeah,
just unreal. You know, training outside, training with world elite fighters, you know, training twice a day, eating with the fighters, just talking about fights, go and chill at the beach, then go back and
yeah.
train again. It's just another level.
It's
So
yeah, it really is.
if anyone's watching and they enjoy Thai boxing, please just go to Thailand to do a fight. Not even a fight camp, but just experience the whole sort of like Muay Thai from start to finish. And believe me,
Yeah,
you're gonna want to go back. You know, I'm a little
yeah.
bit pissed that I didn't get there this year, but
Well, I don't think.
yeah,
Well, no
yeah,
one did unless they lived
yeah,
there,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. So, but yeah,
Although I did
best,
see on Liam Nolan, for anyone who knows, on
yeah,
his on his Instagram story, he wrote something about, so who's going to Thailand this year? And I thought, if anyone can make that happen, it's him.
yeah,
But
yeah. I don't,
you
I,
know,
I think he's probably
yeah.
just, I think he's just prodding at one championship to fly him out because
Oh yeah, probably.
he's probably due another bout soon, isn't he?
Well, it would be,
Um,
yeah, it would
mm,
be. But I don't know what their stance is on sort of
Europe,
non-Asian fighters at the moment,
yeah.
or people that aren't based in Asia.
Well, I spoke
Um,
to, if anybody knows, Bernice Aldiz. She
mm.
fights at Kettles as well. So I spoke to her the other day because she's just been signed. She's waiting for her debut.
For
But
one, is she?
for one championship, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Have you had the call yet?" She's like, "No, they haven't opened the borders yet to like European
I
fighters."
don't know that they'll be taking, because they don't have that sort of expendable money that the UFC has.
No, yeah,
Um,
to be flying people and putting them in quarantine, you mean?
yeah, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
US has it, and they're putting people in Fight Island for God knows how long. Like it's not two
yeah,
weeks. I think they do
yeah.
3 days. Some
Mm,
of my friends do the refs and the refing and all that stuff for
yeah.
them.
Hmm.
Or not refing. What is it like?
Officiating,
People, the people that stand outside the cage.
corner,
No,
press,
no,
pat
can't
them
think of
down,
them.
put all the Avast and all that on it.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Oh, right, okay. We'll just go with that then. Yeah, I know what you're
Commissioners,
saying.
commissioners.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
commissioners,
yeah,
commissioners.
yeah.
That's the word. Like I know it
Hmm.
begins with C, but I can't think of the word. It's late, you know. Like
It's
can't
time.
be, you know.
What time we
Don't
at?
be
Oh,
mental.
yeah, it's bedtime, isn't it? I've just come
It
back
is
from
bed.
training just now.
Yeah, it's bedtime. It's
Yeah,
bedtime. Can't be doing with
bedtime.
it.
Ah,
So yeah. So how can right? I asked you about 20 minutes ago. How can people get in contact with you? And we started talking about your website, and we went off on a tangent. But I feel like this is like pretty much every conversation that we've ever had.
that's all good. I love
Um,
it. I love it.
yeah. So,
But yeah, you
by the
could
way,
just.
just you know what? Like, just to end on a hilarious note. Do you remember the last time I held pads for you?
Is that when I elbowed you in the nose?
I don't know, but you swore at me a lot, like
I
a
you
lot,
held you you held
a
pads for
lot.
me. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, probably. I remember elbowing you in the, was it in the nose or the eye?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't remember
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Happens all the
yeah,
time. That
yeah,
wasn't remarkable. It was the part where
yeah.
you swore at me a lot, and you were like, "I hate you so much."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, I do remember that. Yes, because you
Yeah,
really stuck it on me, and I felt really ill. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Because
just
you
thought I'd
thought,
remind you of that moment.
Yeah, because those pads were like 3 minutes, but it was 3 minutes of hell. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. I remember that.
hell
Yeah,
from the
cool.
Hellraiser.
Very good. All right, see what we did there. Yeah, you'd have to hold pads for me again, though, Helen. Come on.
Yeah, I will when I'm allowed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
When
Where are you training now? Are you training anywhere?
nowhere at the moment. Well, I would be
Oh,
at Team Crossbase, but they
oh
are
yeah.
currently. So at the moment, I'm living at my mum's cause
Mhm,
lockdown.
mhm.
So I'm at my mum's, which is now an hour and a half away from Crossface. So
Oh,
it's a bit like, and at the moment, because of my ankle, I can only drill. So it's like driving an hour and a half each way. So it's a 3 hour round trip
fair
just
drive.
to
Yeah,
drill. Doesn't really make sense to me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm not
Fair
really, but
play.
I will be back there eventually. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like at the moment, it doesn't really seem, and plus like petrol's so expensive, like
Long. You still
everything's
got the motorbike?
expensive. No, I've got a car.
Cool. Nice one.
An
Thank God for
actual
that.
car with four wheels. Well, five actually, if you include the steering wheel. Or six if you include the spare wheel in the boot.
Fucking here she goes.
I know, I need to get out more. Hey. But I'm also at uni, so it's just a lot of
Lovely.
like running a business, uni. I can't be driving 3 hours a day just to go and drill a bit,
Drill.
you know. Like there's
Yeah.
so
No,
much
that's
to
good.
do and not enough hours to do it in. So
That's
yeah,
good
so it's
stuff.
a bit of a yeah. But it's all good. I'll come and hold pads for you and make you throw up again.
Thank you very
In
much. I
you
can't
know,
wait.
in
Can't
due
wait.
course. I know. I
We'll
feel
have to
like that
do
would
it
be the
maybe.
thing.
We'll have to try and meet up maybe at Urban Kings or something like that again.
Yeah, I'm not going there,
Um,
but yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I'll
not
make
going
you
there.
right. I'll make you right on
I'll
that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go somewhere else. Anywhere else. Let's not go there, please.
Yes. We'll take that one offline, shall we, Helen?
Take that one off the list.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Anyway, it's been an
All right.
absolute pleasure having you on. I really
Thank you
appreciate it.
very
I've had such
much.
a lovely time.
Thank you very much.
Love the random tangents. They're always good.
It's always good.
Um, and yeah, guys, if you want to go train with Bright, then get on to him. He's got a website in 2 weeks, and he has got an Instagram page which you can contact him by, which he didn't make all the content for, but someone awesome did. Frank,
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 and
yes, well done, Frank. Good
and
work.
Alex. Got to give Alex a
And
shout.
Alex, Frank and
Well done.
Alex, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you, man. Thank you so much for coming
You're
on. I
welcome.
really, really appreciate your time.
Thank you very
And
much for having me on.
yeah, any closing statement you want to make?
No, don't want to make it as cheesy as anything, but everybody stay safe and let's just open up the world again and get back to doing what we love. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get back to smashing and rolling. You
I'm
know,
so
just
glad
enjoy
that
life.
the context of the smashing. Let's get back to smashing. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I think my kids are logged on as well. So I had to change up a little bit just in
Okay, right,
case.
got you.
You see what I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
there? Yeah. See what I did. So, all right, cool. Yeah. So as long as everybody's out there enjoying themselves and staying safe and that, let's just open up the world and go back to what we love. Yeah.
Yes.
But thank you very
Yes.
much, Helen, for having me.
Love it.
It's been a pleasure and we'll speak soon.
We will speak soon.
All
See
right,
you
love.
later.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.